All this week on Dateline Schools, as the school year is about ready to start next week, we're getting some safety tips on how to get the school year off to a safe start. Tell us all about it. It's Marysville Police Officer Dan Levey. And Dan, yesterday we're talking about walkers, but we also know a lot of cars go around schools. And what do motorists need to be aware of, and what cautions should they be preparing for as school starts next week?
One of the things I can tell for the motorists is to just slow down and take your time and to watch out for kids. Lots of kids will be crossing, and sometimes their minds are on other things and they're talking to other people, and sometimes they don't pay attention. But try to watch out for any pedestrians in the way, and try to watch out for other vehicles too. A lot of people trying to get in and out of the same driveway can create some havoc sometimes.
Parents are dropping kids off, and that they may not always stop in the right places either, do they?
That's true. Yep. And one thing, if we can remind the parents, is to please try to pay attention to where the proper drop-off and pickup points are. If not, then they're going to be in the way of some of the buses, and that creates more traffic issues.
What's the typical school speed limit?
Well, it depends on where you are in the city. 25 miles per hour is usually around most of the schools. A couple of the other schools might be more in the area of 35 miles an hour or 30. But for the most part, 25 miles per hour.
Is that something you guys strictly enforce, especially at the start of the school year?
Oh, for sure. We do school patrols every morning, and one of the things we try to watch out for is speeders. It's a school zone that's very important, and as I've said before, the students sometimes tend to dart out into the street, and speed can play a big factor in that.
You have a lot of high school kids who have their own car, or parents let them drive to school. What suggestions do you have for those kids?
Slow down, pay attention. And just try to, keep an eye on other vehicles too, because sometimes they're the ones that aren't paying attention.
And I noticed too, around the city, we got a lot of construction zones, something that just kind of adds to the angst, right?
Yeah, welcome to Michigan. Yep. One of the things we should also pay attention to is the construction zones. Just slow down and try to be alert and pay attention to what's going on in the construction zone too.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.